Two secret billionaires think we're all living inside a video game simulation and are working with scientists in a desperate effort to help humanity break out.
Say what?
No, this isn't an episode of The X-Files. According to entrepreneur and venture capitalist Sam Altman, elitists are obsessed with the idea that what we perceive to be reality is actually just The Sims on a grand scale.
What does that mean?
The argument is pretty straightforward. Computing technology has advanced so much in the last 40 years that at some point we're going to be able to create video game simulations that are indistinguishable from reality. And if that's the case, how do we know it hasn't already happened?
Wow.
Two tech billionaires have gone so far as to secretly engage scientists to work on breaking us out of the simulation, Altman told The New Yorker. Elon Musk thinks it's almost inevitable that civilization as we know it is actually just one giant simulation.
40 years ago, we had Pong, like two rectangles and a dot. That was what games were. Now, 40 years later, we have photorealistic 3D simulations with millions of people playing simultaneously, and it's getting better every year. And soon we'll have virtual reality, we'll have augmented reality. If you assume any rate of improvement at all, then the games will become indistinguishable from reality. The odds that we're in base reality is 1 in billions. Tell me what's wrong with that argument.
He also said that that's probably a good thing, because the alternative is the complete destruction of humanity.
Either we're going to create simulations that are indistinguishable from reality, or civilization will cease to exist.
And if our brains and our impulses are completely simulated, breaking out of the matrix, as these billionaires are pushing for, would mean ceasing to exist. Innumerable scientists, physicists, and futurists agree that it's almost certain the universe is a simulation.
If simulating universes becomes a pastime among those who have access to highly powerful computers, and we are in a universe, we are probably in a simulated universe, even if one of those universes is actually real.
This universe could have been created by some super intelligence in another universe. So maybe our whole universe is a junior high school science experiment of some super intelligent junior high school student in another universe, and maybe she won't get such a good grade given the way things are going.
But Richard Dawkins isn't convinced.
When you make a simulated world, and there are crude ones like Second Life,
yes.
There has to be a physics built into it.
Yes.
And when you drop things, they fall, and when you throw them up and catch them, it works. But you can violate that physics. I mean, the pimply youth doing the simulation can somehow just at will change the physics, and you could suddenly fly, as you can in Second Life. We don't see that.
Another argument is that civilizations never become advanced enough to make simulations before wiping themselves out. Therefore, it's impossible. But the characteristics of quantum mechanics are exactly what we would expect to see in a simulation. There's a limit to the resolution with which we can observe the universe. It just becomes fuzzy, like pixels on a TV screen if you get too close. Again, suggesting that we could be trapped inside a complex video game. Subatomic particles like quarks also resemble the codes that correct for errors in computers.
So you're saying as you dig deeper, you find computer code writ in the fabric of the cosmos.
Into the equations that we want to use to describe the cosmos, yes.
Computer code.
Computer code, strings of bits of ones and zeros.
You might feel denigrated that your life is just a character in a video game, that we have no real free will, and that our behavior is programmed. But think of it this way. If our civilization is a computer simulation, if we're all living in the Matrix, at least it means we have a creator.
Wow.